welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. If you're new here, welcome. I am doing day 3 today of my personal challenge to do a video every day leading up to next Wednesday, which is when my summer vacation will be over. I am going to be doing a couple pages in my glue book today, and today I decided I'm going to try and do a one color glue book theme. So I haven't done that before. We'll see how that goes. And I plan on just using images that I already have. I'm gonna go through all my pictures. Thought it could be a good way to get through some of my images. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I am gonna go ahead and look through my pictures. So for now, what I think I'm gonna do is kind of flip that and I'm gonna go through and check out all of my images so that I can see what we're working with and maybe see, like, I don't know, right now I'm thinking a bold color like yellow, or red, but we'll see. I'm seeing lots of yellow like popping out at me. Right now it's like this is the first thing that stood out to me. So I'm thinking we're gonna go with yellow because that's the first thing. So let me go ahead and pull out all these images in here. These are my food images, and I'm gonna see what other yellow things I have, and we'll go from there, okay? So let's see. Oh, my jelly beans, I like this one. Okay. I've done like a rainbow themed one, and the jelly beans made me think of that, or even like the cupcakes. These ones made me think of that, like doing different colors. But today we're doing yellow. I'm also seeing a lot of orange. But let's see if I find yellow. If not, then we'll do... Oh yeah, see? Okay, here's a yellow. And I don't think, like, for it being my first page where I'm doing a color theme, I don't think I'm gonna be like too focused on like a shade of yellow. It'll just be yellow. And we'll go from there, just while I'm getting used to doing the one color glue book pages. So we'll see how it turns out. It's funny because I'm noticing like how many lemon pictures I've cut out. Most of the pictures I've set aside right now are all lemon pictures. So I might just accidentally end up with a lemon page, but we'll see. There we go, we're getting somewhere. Corn, and I have that sun over there. So see what else we find. Kind of feel like my voice sounds really lazy today, but it is a lazy Saturday and I'm so thankful for it. I feel like I kind of just needed a lazy day. Like I said earlier, my summer vacation ends next week, so I am just trying to get the most out of these last couple days. I definitely have things I want to get done before going back to school, but at the same time I want to enjoy my vacation. So yeah, definitely have mixed emotions on going back. I'm excited. I think it'll be good. I'm struggling to put these pictures in if you guys can't tell. I'm excited to go back. I think it'll be nice to be back to work. But obviously it has been nice to be home and just spend time with family and, you know, lots of crafting time. And just, I don't know, you know, being on your own schedule and all that is nice. So getting back to work will probably be a difficult adjustment the first week or two. But I think that's what makes it nice that we have those couple weeks before the kids come back. It kind of gives me some time to get into a routine and, I don't know, just get used to waking up early again and all that. This is a cool picture. It's grilled cheese. But it has been fun for me making these glue books. I feel like it's really cool to have another kind of like just to have something to do with my pictures, because before I didn't really have that. I didn't really have any plan for my pictures, so it's nice to have something. I'm gonna see if I can find in my quote category, I'm gonna see if I can find any yellow letters or quotes, because I think that would be pretty to have. Oh, my minions. I like that. I'm gonna use my minions. Okay, so let me look through these quotes. Don't see any yellow yet. No. This one has yellow like quotation marks, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Yeah, no. Oh. Yay, here's a yellow. Cool. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna go turn on the fan because it is kind of warm in here. And I thought about doing it before starting my video, but then I got distracted. So I'm gonna go do that really quick. And I feel like what's hard right now with my setup is like shadowing can be different throughout the day, and obviously just like my own shadow in the frame. So I know I've been saying this, but I do plan on changing my setup for like how I record. But right now I have you guys on a little like tripod that I got on Amazon, and on top of my kind of like 10 drawer organizer. So it's working so far, like it works for now, but it can sometimes, I can shake it by accident. That's happened where I bump into it. So right now I am just going through and looking at my words and seeing any yellow that I might have. And I'm gonna use these, and I like the contrast because the letter is yellow. The letters are black, but the background is yellow. So I feel like the black will be a good contrast to the yellow. So using those. Okay, so far so good. I found some yellow. Oh, this is perfect. My smiley face. I knew I would use that for something. And this, I love. My little, I think it's like a lotion, yeah. What else can I use for yellow? I'm sure I have something in these. I'm gonna go through this really quick and see if I like any of these for my yellow pages. I see a little bit, like little hints of yellow, but I wanna do ones where like the majority is yellow. Like I have some yellow in this picture, but there's a lot of other colors. So right now I wanna do ones where like yellow is what sticks out the most. Like if I were to do this one, I would cut out the people because, I don't know, it might work. Maybe I'll keep it out just in case, we'll see. Because I do like the idea of like the main color that stands out is yellow, but there's still some contrast so that it's not all just like a yellow blob of a picture, but we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. It's my first time just trying to do one color, so. But I'm also trying to only do images that I already have cut out, so we'll see what we end up with. These are all my people. Maybe some of my people might be wearing something yellow. Let's see. The bib has a little bit of yellow on it, but not really enough to go with my yellow theme. So far from like what I've gone through, I do have some yellow pictures, but I feel like I'm glad that I did that because now I took out images that I can use in my glue book, and it's always nice to make some space in my just like my clippings collection or whatever, but I don't feel like I have enough images. So what I think I'm gonna do is probably do some clipping really quick and see if I can find any yellow in a couple of magazines, and we will go from there. I'm kind of going back through. I know I have like this big Starbursts page, but it's like just more the background is all yellow and it's so big I don't really know. I feel like the pink would be like the centerpiece, so I don't think that would really work. So I'm kind of going through really quick and just like looking and seeing if I missed anything. That caught my attention earlier, but it's like, again, just such a small part of the picture that I didn't think it was worth it for this. And of course I do have my sunflowers, but I'm saving those because I want to make a picture of just sunflowers. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna get from my current, like my cutouts. Now, something that just came into my head is, do I have any yellow letters? And I'm gonna go through really quick my letter book. And of course I am seeing some yellow letters, awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these. And that's another way too of going through and using what I already have, which is great. Let's see. Yes, okay, this is awesome. And we'll see if I can come up with anything like how I wanna like put the letters on the page, but I feel like I say this maybe every time I do glue books, but the best part is just how there's not really any rules. Getting these letters is gonna be hard. Let's see. I'm gonna stick with just one E. I see some other yellow E's, but I don't wanna have to empty out. Got lost in there. I just got it. Okay, it's right here. There you go. Okay. It's just fun because I feel like there's really no rules, and you know, something I've noticed when I watch other videos is sometimes you get people commenting of what they would have done differently in their glue books, or if they would or wouldn't have cut out a certain picture, or the size they would have done differently. And for me, I think this hobby is fun because you get to just, there's not really any rules. It's like art, you know, you do what you like and what works for you. And I don't really want to lose that. I don't feel like there should be any specific rules. You just do what feels right in the moment. So that's just my opinion. I think that's kind of the fun of the hobby is like, of course, if you want it to look a certain way, it's okay. But like you decide, you know, and I don't think there should be this big rule book that everybody has to follow on how our glue books should look or what we should cut out, because that's not the fun part, you know, that takes away all the fun. Let's see. So what do you guys think? Do you think that there's a certain way to glue book, or do you like the freedom and let me just do this how I want to and have fun with it and make it look nice for me, and that's enough? Because that's how I feel. I feel like as long as I like it and I had fun doing it and I'm saving pictures instead of like cutting pictures out and not having anything to do with them, then I don't see why it has to be a certain way, you know? So I'm finding lots of letters that are yellow, which is nice. I'm wondering how many of them I'll actually use, but for now, I'm just kind of grabbing what I can. I have lots of letters that I've cut out over time, so it's cool to have a purpose for them. Okay, I got that R. Let's see. So I'm getting out all my letters and I'm curious to see what I'm gonna do with the letters because I don't really have a plan yet. Okay. W. But it might just be a big yellow collage, and that is okay with me. Oh, yellow exclamation mark. So this is fun. Okay. All right. I have a video I made where I decorated this. I actually got this book at Goodwill, and it's just like a photo album where I put my letter cutouts in. So if you're interested in seeing that, you could go back a couple videos. Let me see what I can do with what I have, and then if I need to cut more, I'll cut more. No, I do want to cut more because that's not going to be enough for 2 pages, and that's what I'm trying to do. I like to do them in 2s. So let me grab a few magazines and see what I can find. But I'm going through the magazines that I have already cut because it's nice to just kind of keep finding purposes for the magazines instead of going through them once and then being done with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do with what I have already gone through. So move in this, and let's see what we have. Okay. No yellow, nothing that really stands out, except I see this guy has like In this picture, he has kind of like a little, I don't know, I think it's supposed to be a palm tree. We are gonna cut that out because I could totally use that in my collage. Okay. So what's cool about like doing the one color is that when you have like your eye out for that color, you see it right away while you're flipping through the pages. Especially when it's magazines I've already gone through, it's pretty quick to just kind of like go through and look for the color and kind of keep moving. So it makes it pretty quick. I am torn because this is yellow, but it's like more of like a, yeah, it's yellow. It's like a mustard yellow. We're doing it. It's also a pretty image, so why not? So we are gonna cut this out. So I've gotten a couple comments that a few of you are enjoying the chattier videos like this. This is what I love, so that makes my heart happy because I like to talk through what I'm doing. And I know those are the videos I like to watch, like for the people I follow that do magazine cutouts and glue books and stuff like that. I love to watch the more chatty videos. And sometimes I do like doing like, you know, voiceover and music in the videos, but most of my videos are kind of like this because I feel like the best part and the most fun is the process and seeing the process and sharing the process. So I'm glad that you guys enjoy that too. I like this frame, and I'm gonna cut this out because I feel like I might be able to use this at some point in my glue book. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I talked about how I like to have like pictures that I cut out and that I'll use for my glue book. Sometimes I'll end up cutting them in half, or I'll like I end up cutting them smaller, moving them in different ways that I didn't expect to use them to fill up like gaps in the glue book. So that's why I'm cutting these corners, because who knows if I might be able to use these to fill out some gaps, you know? So now I have all these yellow strips that I might actually be able to use. And then as I was cutting, I noticed this egg, and I want the egg. And you guys will also notice as we move forward together in this glue book adventure that I love eggs. I love over medium eggs, specifically fried eggs. Eggs are good. Eggs are my favorite. I like scrambled too, but truly my favorite thing is over medium eggs. Okay, I am gonna cut out this little piece of the wall there. And I only want the yellow, so I'm trying to, like, I usually don't cut too much around things, but I feel like that the black pieces are just like a lot in this, so I'm cutting it like that. There we go. But what I'm loving lately is I have this box separate from my magazines that I haven't gone through. I have this box of all the magazines that I have gone through, and I like it because I'm finding that I'm going through magazines like more and more and more, you know, and finding ways to use them that I didn't before. In fact, I just thought I'm gonna save these and I'm gonna decorate them because it's like the thicker paper. I'm gonna decorate them and potentially put them in like my pen pal letters, because I do what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought because I started reading the paper. Oh, because I make little cards for my pen pals with magazine cutouts, so I'm gonna save these for that. And that's something else I've liked about this hobby, is I'm noticing that it's making me more, I see things differently, and it's making me like I'm able to save things for other purposes. I have like more ideas. I think that's pretty cool. I have more creativity to me, but also finding new ways to repurpose things, and I'm all about repurposing and using what you already have. So it makes my heart happy that I'm like using the magazines for so many more ways than I initially thought about, giving them life, and like I'm not wasting, you know what I mean? And then also there's the obvious fact that most of the time people will read through magazines and then toss them because there's not really much else to do with them. But now, you know, I am not only saving them and using them for clipping, but I'm clipping them over and over again to where I'm getting like a lot out of the magazines. And I know you guys get what I'm saying, but anyways, it just makes me happy that I'm getting use out of them. So I want to cut this out because it has yellow in here. And I was also going to say, I think I'm going to save this page because I might use it later for something. So that's another thing I've noticed, is that when I cut a paper, I tend to just crumple up the paper and throw it away. But like, what if I could later use that paper for something? So I think I'm gonna start keeping cutouts of like those papers like that. I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna put them in like a file folder, and that way I have something else to go through in addition to all my magazines that I haven't gone through. Because like I said, you never know when you might end up using those and being able to get something out of those pages you would have otherwise just thrown away. So I feel extra rambly today. Sorry about that, but hopefully you guys are having fun with me. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying looking through these magazines. There's a lot of beautiful like houses and decorations, and I really like these magazines. There's a lot to look at in here. So I've gotten some things out of this one. Just oh, I like this. I'm gonna cut this yellow out. Yeah, the hobby of glue books has been interesting for me. I otherwise didn't really have, I'm gonna cut it down, I don't want the letters in there. I otherwise didn't really have a plan for my magazine cutouts, and I've been clipping magazines for years. I just kind of, I don't know, I feel like I didn't really know what to do with the cutouts. So it's nice to have something to do with all this, because it doesn't make me feel like I'm wasting the papers or I'll end up throwing things away. Okay, that magazine went on the floor for now, and now I'm gonna open this up and quickly look and see what yellow I can find in here. So I think at this point I might end up with extras, but that's what I like. I rather have a few extra pieces at the end than to feel like I don't have enough pages for my glue books. So I'm okay with having extras. And I think after this magazine though, I'm gonna stop magazine harvesting, because I do feel like I have a good amount of pictures to use, but we'll see. It's really crazy to me too how fast time passes when I'm doing something like this, because, or I don't know, because I'm like looking at the time as I'm recording, because I always check to see if the frame is right and you guys can see what I'm doing. I think another reason I love doing this is that it gives me something where I can kind of sit and not worry too much about anything else, just be creative and have time to do something for myself. So, all right guys, we are going to see what we can do with what we have, okay? So I'm gonna put this aside, and these are, okay, just wanted to kind of clear my space. So I don't know about you guys, but I am also always constantly kind of like trying to clean up around myself, because I don't like to feel cluttered. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little cluttered. So I'm gonna move and adjust and get ready to start this project. So just like yesterday, I told you guys I'm using my planner from last year to make this glue book, and every time I use it, it makes me happy because it's giving this planner a new life. And as you guys can see, there wasn't much in here. I don't really use like the weekly parts of the planner. This year with my new planner, I really hope to use that for like my day-to-day plans and also like to-do lists and stuff, because it does seem kind of like a waste of paper in the planner to not be using them. So yeah, let's see. That being said, I always like to find one focal picture, if that's the word, to put in the middle, and this umbrella is for sure gonna be that picture. So I'm gonna put some glue down. Yesterday I talked about how sometimes I put the glue on the paper and sometimes I put the glue on the magazine that I'm cutting. It just kind of depends. Like I'll put it either on the paper or like the magazine. It just depends. It's sometimes I do both, depending on how much I'm trying to like make sure the piece stays down. And these glue sticks have been pretty great. I didn't really talk too much about it, but I got them at Target. Nothing crazy, it's just Elmer's the disappearing purple glue, and I got, I think it was a six pack for $5, which I thought was a pretty good deal because they're also like the big ones, like the jumbo sticks. So if you're looking for glue sticks, definitely recommend these. So far I've liked them. I'm trying to move this up so you guys can see it all the way. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this is my first experience with glue books, and I've liked using the, I'll do this. I have liked using these glue sticks so far. They do the job. So I don't really know. I'm sure there's other glue sticks that people use, but for me, these have worked pretty well. I'm trying to see this tree I have here. I feel like I want this. Maybe not yet. Let's see what else I have in here. It's always like when I start doing my glue book that I start thinking, maybe I'll cut it this way or I'll cut it that way. And that's another thing I just really enjoy about glue books is you might think you know what it'll look like at the end with the pieces that you have ahead of time, but by the end it looks completely different than you would have imagined. And I'm still kind of like thinking, do I keep the colors? But I think I am. Because like I said, this is the first page I make where I'm focusing on one color, but I don't mind having like the other colors because I think as long as there's like a main color. Does that make sense? So what I think I will do though is, as much as I can, kind of like cover other colors like that. Does that make sense? That way the most you see is yellow. But we'll see. It might end up looking differently than I wanted it or expected it, but to me that's just kind of part of the fun. I want it to be, you know, a learning experience and all that. So we'll see. By the end I might think, okay, I should have done that differently, and that's okay. That's part of the fun for me. So let's see. Put some glue here. And no. I think I'm gonna put my minions here. Again, I kind of like second guess putting them sideways like this, but isn't the fun part that there's no rules? Were we just talking about that? I can put them sideways and that is just fine. Now I'm looking through and seeing like what else I have here, and I'm gonna use my lotion. I think I put this way too close to the edge, like over the edge, so there we go, that's much better. And then I can put so see, that's what I meant by sometimes I just use scraps that I have to put different, to kind of cover different holes. And here I'm gonna put this on. But it's always fun for me because throughout the process I might feel like, wait a minute, I wasn't planning on overlapping things or putting things sideways or different things like that. But at the end, I feel like that's what I love about the pictures most, is that they end up being really different than I would have imagined. And I think that's kind of the whole point for me. I kind of don't like the way this is covering. the umbrella because I like that umbrella and it's my middle one, so I don't want to cover that. There you go. Okay, so far so good. It's not all yellow. I'm like looking and seeing how it looks, but it's not all yellow, but I kind of knew that as I was cutting things. It wasn't gonna be this like completely yellow thing, and that's totally fine with me. Okay, now we're having the same situation with these lemons. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them down because I don't want it to cover my umbrella and get in the way. There we go. I like how it looks so far. Okay, and then let's see. Maybe I can put this here. Yeah, I like that. Whoop. And see, sometimes I glue things down, and then I like pull them back up, and I will like cut a little more for it to fit where I'm trying to put it. And I actually saw someone in like some comments yesterday asking, like they asked about scissors, and the person responded that you should have one pair of scissors that's only for cutting and that doesn't get glue or anything on it. And I thought, oops, like I definitely have used these for more than just cutting. Like sometimes they touch glue while I'm doing this, but I'm not too concerned about that at this time. Maybe in the future I'll think differently if I don't know. I don't really know why I would, but maybe I will. I don't like the way that cuts my egg. That's better. Okay. All right, and then see how we ended up with this kind of like spot that needs to be filled. That's where I like having these scraps, like I mentioned earlier, where, oop, that was a bad cut. But see, this is where it's a disadvantage of trying to cut to where you guys can see it and like the way my tripod is set up, but that's okay. And then I might use another one of those little pieces, like, or maybe one of my letters. Let me do that. Let me use a letter here. Yeah, why not? I'm like, why can't there be a W there? And then now I'm just covering this 2020 in my planner, and this page will be completed almost. Actually, I just saw another spot, but let's see. What do I want to use? Oh, my eggs, yay! And I like it because it's right by these other eggs, or that other egg. That works perfectly. Cool. And I was planning on doing 2 pages. At this point, I'm kind of debating because I feel pretty happy with this on its own. And because, to be honest, I'm looking and seeing how much I have left, and I do have things left, but there we go, perfect. I'm debating if I feel like I have enough. Now, the fact that I have these other pieces makes me want to start it. So, you guys are getting the full ramble today, aren't you? All of my artistic decisions, if you will. Half of me wants to do one thing, half of me wants to do another. Let me put this over here. Let's see. At this point, I am just kind of going with it. Just like using what I have, seeing where I end up. I might not fill up the picture or the page because I don't have enough cutouts, but you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna see where I end up. It's actually kind of funny to me that I'm just like randomly using these letters, but it just kind of goes it It just kind of goes with the whole, there's no rules. Do you guys see that I made ha? I don't know why that is amusing to me, but it is. I'm gonna use more glue there. And my H, I think it's too much on top of my A. There we go. Cute. And, oops. Sounds like it hit my camera. I'm wondering if, could this, yeah. Cool. There's a lot of green in this too, and I know the theme is yellow, but I think it's a nice little contrast, and that's okay. Let's see. There's a lot of like the random what are these things in my glue book today, and I'm kind of like liking it. It's like abstract art, like this right here, this and this. There's a lot of like randomness going on, but that's kind of cool. And now I've kind of made it my personal mission to complete this page, and I think I might actually be able to do that. Making sure it's like not way sticking out of the book. Oop. I was trying to slide it down, but that wasn't gonna happen. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I always feel like this is good for me because I haven't really been like one to do a lot of like the creative, crafty stuff in my life. I kind of shy away from it because I'm a perfectionist. So the fact that I'm like allowing myself to do something that doesn't have to be perfect or have any rules, I'm like, who is she? Let's see. Oh, here's my, I'm gonna put my tree here. It's funny though because I can look at what it looks like, and it's like, it really is just like whatever you want it to be, and I have so much fun with it. I feel like it's so cool to have a hobby that I'm not making something that, you know, complicated or stressing myself out about. Let me see how I want to do this. That I don't want to like cover the entire picture, so I am going to do that. And then yeah, this is, like I said, definitely my more like abstract work where there's no rhyme or reason, is that how you say that, to how or what, because really what it was is I want it to be a color, and now there are like random letters and random strips, and I actually like it. It's different. I have a lot of like random little like letters left, so I'll be putting those back to use. And we are finished, guys. Let me close my glue and I can show you where I ended up. And yeah, this is what we have. I actually think this is really pretty. And that's what I'm saying, is like there doesn't have to be a specific rule. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process, and yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for following along with me. Bye.